to Crashing Game Night. My name is Matt Diorio. Tonight, I am joined by the beanied one, Gerard Barrera.
Hello, all my cool cats and kittens. How are you? Oh my gosh. Well, we just want to go ahead and show you these kittens. No, I'm just kidding.
It's one of those nights.
Dude, I watched that documentary again. It's wild, bro.
So
Man.
I'm going to apologize to our listeners now.
It's
It's
so good.
that type of a night for Jerry. So we're joined, as always, by the babyface Theowalski.
What's up, everybody?
And
Say it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Lion's Mane / Monopoly champ.
Yes.
God.
Oh, Jason Bolidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going today?
My mouth
It
is
is
dry.
great to
Gross.
see you all out there.
Ugh.
You know, normally I have my couch with me, but
God.
today it just felt like, keeping the belt here, keeping the belt with me.
Okay,
It was a grueling process. A lot of belt changes.
It was on a discrepancy.
No discrepancy, sir. It was
So,
a high-level
Hold on.
play that
let's tell the
was a
fans how
fluke.
it happened.
was fluked
So
out.
we had no houses left.
Mhm.
I had
Which is,
hotels up on light blues and the light purples.
Mhm.
It was a
I
good
went-
game.
It was a
It
good
really
game. No,
good.
it was
really
good
great.
game.
Yo,
Yeah.
it was a
epic.
slugfest. It was a good slugfest.
You guys
I
were really
land-
going back and forth, yeah.
I land on Jason's property,
In the Reds.
and I've got $600 to my name, so I need to sell.
Yeah.
In order to do such, I needed to sell literally the houses and the hotels off the light blues to survive.
Yep.
However, because there was no houses left,
because
I could not wipe off everything
monopolizing
off the light
houses.
blues, and therefore the game forced me to declare bankruptcy.
Yeah. That's why
So-
you gotta go downtown Browns, man.
Oh my
Get a
god.
Wapolis.
Oh my god.
But I didn't touch the downtown Browns. I went the light blues. So, anyways, Jason has the belt for now.
I
So-
was like telling my wife about this, and I'm like, yo, I think I might need to buy a physical copy so we can play like once a month-ish.
Mm-hmm.
To be quite fair, though, that was a lot of Monopoly over the weekend.
Yeah, it
Holy
was.
heck.
It was fun.
The
Yeah.
belt did change
Jason
hands.
even
and-
played a practice round with me in the car.
Yeah.
On the way
I
to-
know-
for your
I don't know if it was
Frankensons.
practice, but it was more unlocking the camera for Matt, because Matt loved the camera piece.
You know me.
Rightfully so.
And then Jerry
Yeah.
got his car back.
The Penguin
Yes.
reigns supreme.
And then we're also skimming through the middle part that had a previous owner too.
Oh.
It
I
didn't-
had the
It
belt.
didn't.
Also.
Only
Which
because
Jerry
a couple people conceded.
Yeah. There was a couple concedes, a couple forced stupid trades, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
right.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
It
a
didn't,
win's
it
a
didn't
win.
last long.
All right.
It didn't last long, but also Jerry, you gotta defend, man. If people challenge,
Yeah.
you gotta defend.
And I thought I did.
No, you were ducking me. You were ducking us.
I
We
was
had
ducking
we had
you.
a good solid hour and a half at
We had a
Frankensons.
Yeah.
It was
You
longer
know.
than that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
About an
was.
hour and a half, but
Yeah,
still
yeah, it was.
a good portion of a game.
Very, very much so.
Yeah, and we did have
I
it
wanted
with
to
us.
keep the belt. I wanted to keep the belt.
So let's get into the news because there's a decent amount to talk about this week. So it came out today. Hollywood Reporter reported that Jamie Foxx is in finalization to the deal to return as Electro for the third Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Gnarly.
And as you pointed out, Jerry, which we kind of looked up and corroborated, is that there's also a rumor that Andrew Garfield is possibly returning for the third Spider-Man, in which case, if they do, we're getting the live-action Spider-Verse.
Yes, because he's coming back as his Peter Parker.
Yep.
So, yeah.
which
So we're
That'll
gonna
be
have
interesting.
Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. Yep.
I
Remember,
wonder.
I said this
I wonder
months
if this
ago.
is part of the Sony Marvel deal, because maybe that's kind of their way of kind of kick-starting Spider-Man's franchise back, and then continuing their verse, and then we continue with Tom, and then maybe have a crossover there.
No.
Like,
Nope, because Sony owns the rights straight up.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, so
I think they like this may help further deals for them to like, but this is like kind of the jump start since Garfield's coming back. Maybe they kind of want to finish with
I think
him.
we'll see, because they know you've got
their verse. We have our Tom Holland and Marvel, and then they do a crossover here and there to grab more money for the both of them. You know, that can open a revenue. I'm just saying,
maybe.
Which
I think it'd be hard to revitalize the Amazing Spider-Man series, though, especially with how long it's been.
True, but
it's never
if
too
you're
late,
mixing
though.
the verses, it does open the floodgates for like a crap load of characters.
If we go that route, then does that mean we get Topher Grace back?
But yeah,
do we want Topher Grace back?
Tobey Maguire.
So Topher Grace?
Tobey Maguire.
No. So
Topher Grace.
think Spider-Verse, right? So then you've got Venom. So you've got multiple Venoms in both universes.
Oh God, yeah, that's right. Topher Grace. Eddie
Oh.
Brock Jr. He's Eddie Brock Jr.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I mean,
from Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, I
from
didn't
3.
I knew exactly what I was referencing,
okay.
because Tobey Maguire would then be the one you'd want to bring back on to do his Peter Parker. We'll see.
You gonna get that dance again? You know the.
Oh God, no! Don't do
Yeah.
it. No.
Get that dance.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I feel like we need to like slice together Jerry's dance at Square Enix side by side with Spider-Man 3, because they're quite alike, to be perfectly honest.
That'd be funny. That would be funny.
Yep.
That would be a funny TikTok.
So yeah, let's start with Cyberpunk.
Sweet.
Don't worry, Jerry, it's still coming out on time.
Good.
However, CD Projekt Red has rescinded their original comment about no crunch, and they are forcing everybody to work 6-day work weeks now until launch of the game.
Ouch.
That is a big ouch.
In a statement from CD Projekt Red, they said, "These last 6 weeks are our final sprint on a project we've all spent much of our lives on, something we care for deeply. The majority of the team understands that push, especially in light of the fact that we've just sent the game to CERT, and every day brings us visibly closer to shipping a game we want to be proud of. This is one of the hardest decisions I've had to make, but everyone is well compensated for every extra hour that they put in. And like in recent years, 10% of the annual profit of our company generates in 2020 will be split directly amongst the team."
Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty cool.
So
Now
they
that-
came to an agreement before they announced this, probably. So that's good. Okay.
The only downside is they aren't saying how that 10% is split.
Right.
True.
So that could be a $500 bonus for the lower echelon and stuff like that. Because we know how.
But they did also reiterate that they are getting paid for every hour that they agreed to work. So
they kind of have to, because one of the studios is in California.
Yeah.
So we know how California labor laws are. So they're not exactly happy when you don't pay your employees and whatnot. So, here's my thing is, if the game's not ready and it's causing, everybody to have to work that 6th day over 6 weeks, so that's an extra 6 days worth of work. Okay, I get that. I mean, honestly, why not delay the game a week or two?
Yeah.
And just do it legitly, because honestly, crunch has been a big deal. Yes, I get it. It is part of gaming culture right now, but that's something that gaming culture needs to change, because we don't know how that's going to impact people for their families. What if that 6th day was, a birthday, or better yet is it's their time to actually be the babysitter with the kids, because the spouse, partner, wife, whatever has to work,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have anybody to sit for the kids. Weekends are your downtimes to kind of decompress, especially in a COVID world. So if you're having to work 6 days a week inside, yeah. So I get it. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't care. We've been waiting long enough for this game. You know what? 2 weeks isn't going to matter.
We can wait a few more weeks.
2-3 weeks. That's fine.
It's set for like what, November?
Yeah.
Yeah.
November 19th.
Yeah, I mean, like you can push it to December 1st, so first week of December, and it's still holiday.
Yeah.
It's still ready.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can hopefully put out more copies at that point, but we can wait. Even if they want to push it for the holidays, we can wait like 1-2 weeks after Thanksgiving. Have a big old drop.
I think they want it in before Thanksgiving because that's going to be the hot ticket item everybody's going to want.
Well, I mean, like Black Friday is usually when things go on sale too, but that game's not going to go on sale. So
no, it won't go on sale right away.
Yeah,
but
so
I think I think it's just you get it out there. You've got people that are already shopping. They know a lot of people are shopping for their Christmas lists and their holiday lists at that point. Yeah. So Cyberpunk's on there, so you want it out and visible for Black Friday, I think. So
true, and it's certainly
getting
the first wave of advertising play too.
Yeah, but you get the first wave over, and then you'll have the second wave of.
I think this is why Nintendo does their stuff very smartly. Is that they always say, like a quarter. They'll say fall 2020.
Yeah.
Because then they got that whole time frame that it can come out at any point
instead
in time.
of giving a specific date.
Yeah, right. I mean, look at like Luigi's Mansion. Look how long people have been waiting for a sequel to that, and they came out and said, you know what, we're not going to crunch, and we're going to extend out or delay it, and they did it in a way where they gave them plenty enough time to do what they needed to do.
Yeah, and then they usually announce the date when they're ready to launch the game, and the game is always ready.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I really wouldn't mind waiting.
And you are only getting 6 days of that 6 weeks, so just push it back one more week, and all's kind of forgiven.
Just let them enjoy that downtime because they've been working really hard, and COVID is no joke, especially working from home. So now, speaking of California, Monday, Epic had their day in court. It's been the running joke for a while for us, and we just make fun of them. So what came out of it was the judge wasn't happy once she was able to finally get after the lawyers for Epic. And this is a story that was on The Verge. It was being reported on by CNN because they were actually there for the court hearing and stuff. And the judge said, you did something, you lied about it by omission, by not being forthcoming. That's a security issue. That's a security issue. This is her ripping into the lawyers for Epic.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
There's a lot of people in public who consider you guys heroes for what you guys did, but it's still not honest. She goes on to say, walled gardens have existed for decades. Nintendo has had a walled garden. Sony has had a walled garden. Microsoft has had a walled garden. What Apple's doing is not much different. It's hard to ignore the economics of the industry, which is what you're asking me to do. So she understands the whole economics. Microsoft has their own ecosystem. So does Sony. So does Nintendo.
Yeah.
Apple's had theirs for a while now.
It's already been established.
It's already been established.
Once again,
and
what you signed.
And here's the thing is they snuck this new payment thing in an update and launched it on on Apple and on Google. That's how it started.
That's a breach. Yeah.
Yes. So that's why she's saying it is a security issue, because you basically, in your latest update, just went, slid it under the rug.
You snuck something.
Got it in there and whatnot. Now, what came out of the article too is that they stated that the lawsuit's kind of becoming a rallying cry for some of those lower developers that are dissatisfied because they have to kick over like 30% of their royalties to Apple and Google.
Right.
So last week, companies including Epic, Spotify, Tile, and the Match Group created the Coalition for App Fairness with the aim to defend the fundamental rights of creators to build apps and to do business directly with their customers. All right.
Wow.
So if you want to do business directly with your customers, Epic, create yourself a phone.
Right.
Run it on Android.
Pretty much.
You have the Epic Store. Sell your apps through there. But if you're going to be on a platform like Apple, like Sony,
well, can't they just like take a page out of Netflix book and like they have their own app, but they have a subscription that is completely separate to use their content? So you could basically have the same thing, like you're saying, make an Epic Game Store app on iOS in order to purchase the game.
It still has to go. All the revenue still has to go to like a third of the revenue still has to go to Apple. A third of the revenue still has to go to Google. It's built into the developer's contracts.
That depends because they even talked about how Netflix bypasses that because their subscription is completely separate. Like iOS doesn't get 30% for the subscription to Netflix.
Yes, but how would you still download the app? Because you still have to download the app through the App Store.
No, there's a
for
Netflix app itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for Epic to do that, though, that they could not sell anything, not even currency.
At least not in that app.
Correct.
Because they can still sell it online, and it be
that's the only
accessible through the app.
The only way you're getting around it would be then a subscription model outside of everything.
Yep.
To where no payments. They do it
for? I wonder how they do it for Call of Duty then, because you can do that.
Call of Duty, like they have the Battle Pass, but that $20, part of that goes to Sony, just like part of it on Xbox goes to Xbox.
Okay.
But if you did it outside of it, like Netflix, you could possibly do it that way.
It'd be really annoying for the users, but I mean, if Epic wants their money, they're going to find a way.
But at the same point, though, they burn the bridge with Apple on their developer license because absolutely. It is very clear on what's in that. So we'll see what happens with that.
Can you imagine the judge, when Epic reapplies and they're just going to be like,
so the judge said, kidding me?
The judge set a trial date. Yep. July is the trial date for a jury trial. So we'll see what happens. At that point, though, there is no temporary injunctions right now. So Fortnite's going to be staying off the App Store unless Epic decides to just finally just say, "I'm sorry, Apple. Let's come to an agreement."
They're not going to do that.
They're not going to. They're already knee deep in this. So let's get to the big three. Today, Nintendo had a little 3-minute Smash Brothers Direct where they announced that Steve and Alex for Minecraft are the next Smash character.
Jesus.
While I was watching that, dude, I was like, wait a second, what the heck? I thought it was a joke for once.
I was talking to Mo during it, and I was like, you might as well put Cheep Cheep in it from Mario Brothers. That's just how kind of appealing is, but I get it. There's a ton of Minecraft players out there.
Huge.
And it's going to potentially bring in that crowd.
It's a huge just cash grab. It's sad.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
And
but
Sakurai
it's also Microsoft and Nintendo playing nice together again.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but I also get it because one Smash Brothers has been out for a while. This is a longevity type game, so they need to kind of keep the ball rolling. I get it. You get those characters that everybody knows right now, obviously with one of the biggest games. So Minecraft.
It's not as everybody knows, but it's the most quote unquote kid friendly of the fighting game circuit.
Yeah,
we have so many that are not. And then as well, the next closest would be like Dragon Ball, but to have Minecraft inside is gonna dynamically change, because obviously, how do you play a character that's not a usual fighter, but a builder, and having
that's
that
also
in a Smash,
quite
and
rigid as well.
It is
too.
kind of rigid. Well, it's not as much rigid, but it's like you have to set up so much for something to happen.
Even
it's like,
when I was watching that, I was like, man, those moves are kind of lame. But you know what, though?
It's not like visually appealing.
We'll see how it is. I mean, I'm gonna have to play through him on classic mode just to finish that piece out. So we'll see how he is to play.
But I mean, I'm hoping that if that leak is still true, we'll still have a second character. I'm not a fan of the Minecraft. Not just because I don't, not because I play, but it just doesn't blend with like the roster, and we always want like new characters for any of the fighting games.
They did give us Piranha Plant though, and that didn't really blend with the characters too much either.
Yeah, but it's still like that was just like a one-off, and there are a few players that are out there that do use Piranha Plant as a main, but it's like we're gonna have another Bayonetta.
This is the one that really like is odd. Like you really question Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be another Bayonetta where it's for the Smash, where it's like, okay, like this guy's gonna be all over the place, and the gameplay can or can't be like kind of stale.
Is it bad to maybe think, Jason, this is just Sakurai being Sakurai? Because he did say in the direct that he plays a ton of Minecraft.
Yeah, so, he does. But I mean, bias maybe, but I don't think so. I think it is more of a cash grab. It's more of a, this is our hype. Like, keep the hype train going. Keep the hype train going until the Nintendo Direct.
Yeah.
Like, here's like a sneak peek. Oh, by the way, we're also gonna pull out a second hero again.
Wouldn't surprise me. So speaking of the Nintendo Xbox partnership, let's look at kind of Xbox kind of released their new thing here. So they're going to be looking at going quote unquote center of gaming. This is their whole visionary plan now. So at least they're forthcoming. Hey, this is how we see it. All we care about is you being on Game Pass, which is kind of what we talked about. I mean, you've got the fridge.
Oh.
We have
fridge.
We have the speaker box. We have PC. We have xCloud. This is I get what they're doing. They're really driving that subscription model.
Yeah.
And the 1X and 1S.
Mm-hmm.
Is the 1S in white?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With that big black circle on it.
That's
AKA no, the 1S.
That's
the 1S
series.
Yeah, the 1S is white as well. Yes.
Oh, I thought it only came in black.
Nope. Black was the 1X.
I mean, at least that kind of helps distinguish. Like, black is X, white is S.
There's still going to be so many returns.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
there
my
is.
God, yes.
So, I get it. I mean, Xbox is going all in on their subscription model. I think this is going to end up backfiring because they're now backpedaling on Office being a subscription, and with the next issue, with the next major release of Windows, they're going to be doing a non-subscription based version of Office.
Oh, interesting.
So,
wow.
I think you're going to be seeing that something like this may not be an all-in type thing. I think maybe this sets up everything to get to xCloud, where xCloud then eventually becomes what they drive, to then be on everything. So we'll see.
I don't know. I can still see this as a huge appeal for
don't get me wrong.
I honestly think they're thinking like
it's a great idea.
I think they're thinking like multiple kid families, whatever console that they can buy them or whatever it is, like the Game Pass is their dream. Like, all I have to do is just sign you up and pay for this monthly, and you can just play the games.
Right.
I don't have to go to the GameStop or whatever. I mean, I can see their mass appeal. I still don't know that. Like, this is still a huge move for me.
So for me is like, and we've said this before, it's like, it's a fantastic idea for what you just talked about. Those families that are on limited budgets, that you have multiple kids, multiple tastes, right? Especially with games going up in price for the next gen, up to like $70.
Like, I can see,
that's
I
huge.
totally get the appeal.
That's
I get, like, you can even have multiple profiles for your, if you have more than one kid. I just don't know if it's going to work.
But don't you have to have one pass per account though?
No, you can share on Xboxes.
Yeah, I think kind of like the different types of subscriptions. Yeah, or like,
so it's kind of like PlayStation Pluses, where if you have one account set up on the primary box that's PlayStation Plus, everybody gets the benefits with it. So it's the same thing with Game Pass. So you can set up 4 people on one Xbox. You're going to be able to play multiple games and stuff like that. So I mean, when you look at the cost of one game being $70, 5 months of Game Pass is like $75. So I mean, you're just
you're renting. I get
them.
this as like a selling point, or like even like their big subscription like ordeal. I still don't understand, like, why aren't you attaching your exclusive games to this at least?
It will. So all of their first party titles will be dropping day of on Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
And
so
I think
they're no longer sticking to that 2-year thing.
So, well, the thing is though, there's not going to be any Series X exclusives. So no next gen exclusives that are built specifically for next gen are going to ride for 2 years.
But the new games that have been announced for Xbox are coming out. Like, okay,
NBA and all that. So
yeah. Okay.
And then you just got the Bethesda deal, which Bethesda, they're going to dump those games onto Game Pass. EA Play is now part of Game Pass. So you get essentially what was called Origins. It's now EA Play. It's all mixed into Game Pass. I mean, it is a very, very good value.
Yeah.
If you want to rent your games.
It's ambitious. It's just.
It is.
And like, it's a continuing, subscription. It's like Netflix. It's that model, but it's like really toned in and it works, but it's just,
and from what
still don't know.
And what Phil Spencer has been able to do since taking over from Matrick, I think is fantastic. He has Xbox on a very, very good path.
Yeah.
And I think this is great for them. And, it's just me. I just prefer to play buy my games. But part of me kind of hopes it fails. And it's not for them. It's just because so many companies nowadays see everyone going to subscription models that you have to have a subscription for everything.
That's going to force the market. Yeah.
So then you've got
see
ABC, unless something like this forces Sony to finally step up and up PlayStation Now and really,
I kind of feel like this is going to stagger for a bit. And then
it's actually increased, but I think part of those number increases is from COVID. So we'll have to see how it is, once
post-COVID.
Once COVID goes back to normal, how it looks.
COVID is an anomaly, but I think it will do well. I actually do think it's going to do well, or it's going to like peter for a little bit and then I think get popular.
Yeah. I think it's here to stay. I absolutely think it's here to stay. What form it's in, we'll see. But I trust Phil Spencer, with what he's been doing for Xbox. And that's just a lot from we're more the Sony, Sony fans and stuff like that. But the fact is, I recognize what Phil Spencer is doing for Xbox and their fans.
Yeah, and they are playing the long game.
And they're playing the long game. They're making sure that they're there for the consumers. So now, Xbox Games for Gold came out. This is what October is going to be.
I still question the prices that they're putting.
Get that.
These are the prices on the actual Xbox store.
They were going to sell Sphinx for $14, and it's a first-gen Xbox game?
Yep.
Good God.
So because it's digital. Digital tends to never really go down. unless there's a sale.
So
But otherwise, yeah.
Oh my
so for our
God.
listeners, so you're getting Slay Away Camp Butcher's Cut for the entire month of October. You're getting Made of Skur, I guess, from October 16th to November 15th. You're getting
Wait. So is that how long it's available to them?
Yes.
Or
that's how long you have to basically quote unquote add it to your library. No. So you'll get it as long as you go in. It's like PlayStation Plus games. As long as you go in and add them to your account, you've got them. This is your window.
To get them.
So,
okay. Yeah, I thought that was weird because it seemed like it was like, oh, it's going to disappear at the end of the month.
No, and then you've got Sphinx, the original Xbox game from October 1st, October 15th, and then in time for Halloween, you get Costume Quest from the 16th through the 31st. Which out of all these games, the only one I would even care about is Costume Quest. That game is
October would be an empty month for me.
That game, Costume Quest, is a lot of fun. It is a RPG in the old like Final Fantasy like turn-based combat.
Oh, really?
You're a bunch of kids that are going around trick-or-treating on Halloween in your costumes, and you're coming across monsters and enemies that you got to fight to try and basically keep going with your night.
So it was a lot of fun. Things.
It was a lot of fun.
This is probably a dumb question, but I forget with the Xbox One X, it's backwards compatible all the way to first gen, so you can play all these on Xbox One X,
Correct.
right? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And S. Yeah, it's all backwards compatible.
Yeah,
so
all through the Game Pass.
All of these can play on all of them. So
okay.
So
yeah,
I mean, honestly,
I would be like, okay, so October's a bust.
Yeah. So now let's compare that to PlayStation. So this month it is Need for Speed Payback and Vampire.
Sweet. I've been interested in Vampire. Oh, nice.
It seems pretty interesting. I saw the trailer for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
that
I
one
was
looks
really interested in the gameplay. Like, it looks like...
I'd never heard of it before, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
looks pretty good.
Yeah, Vampire, you're basically is, set in the 1918s.
You know what it did kind of remind me of a little bit? The Order.
A little bit.
That kind of look.
The look, kind of?
Yeah.
So now as we move into PlayStation news, it did come out that, and this is, guys, I want to stress this for our fans that are over in the UK. This is the news that is really broke, is that PS5 pre-orders are being canceled. Apparently Shop 2, it's SHOPTO, they are not going to be able to fulfill their pre-orders unless people cancel.
Oof.
Wow.
So, yeah. So for our
fans, are they first asking people to cancel, or are they just going to randomly pick people?
I think they're first asking.
Unless people cancel, like they'll have enough for a certain amount, but then the rest of the list they just can't.
They can't cover.
And there's no word of what they're doing to
so they overdid it
to to help even it out for them.
Nope, they're just canceling. I mean, they're basically saying
they're
saying people need to just come in and cancel.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I would at least kind of negotiate, can I just keep it on for the second wave and just not have to worry about it?
For them to say that they're not going to be able to take care of all their pre-orders, that tells me that basically Sony ended up only giving them X amount.
Right.
And they sold Y amount. So the Z amount is you're screwed because you basically aren't in the Y group. So
basically, I think people just needed to wait for their email or their phone call and just find out we're getting a finite amount of consoles and that's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it was just definitely the whole hoopla of the whole pre-order frenzy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just not done too well.
See, and that's the thing is though that I did like about GameStop at least is each store knew how many copies they could sell.
Yeah.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah.
So so let's look at Demon Souls. So they announced the deluxe edition.
Oh, sweet.
Which is going to be $89 whether you go physical or digital. But when you look at the digital, you're getting the Red Eye Knight armor, the royalty armor, a shield, a blade, the soundtrack, and a whole bunch of this other stuff. Now, fans of the game are ticked off because some of this stuff was never in the game. It's all new content.
Wow.
So that's awesome.
Hold on.
That should be cool.
To those fans, guys, in case you didn't see the name on it, I mean, it is kind of a remake / remaster.
Digital deluxe edition.
Yeah. So it does look very, very pretty. They did some more, the page here on PlayStation, they did add in a lot more screenshots now. Somebody did a side-by-side comparison of this mountain shot with Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And
the mountain.
I hate to say it, Breath of the Wild ripped that mountain off, like, badly. Very, very badly. But yeah, I mean, this is essentially a remaster, and they put a lot of work into this, and it's Blue Point. So I trust Blue Point to do what they're doing. What they need to do.
The fact that they put new items in, that also means like maybe new experiences that you didn't get in the first game. So
right,
that's awesome.
Yep,
I'm totally down for that.
So as we've kind of talked about, the next gen is going up in price, so it's gonna be $69.99 for the standard, $89.99 for the deluxe edition. All right,
it's just crazy that like you see the difference between the digital and the standard, and it's like, yeah, you just get the game versus all this in-game items that you're not going to be able to get to, and
nobody has said whether or not these are unique or if they're just like you unlock them early and you could get them later on in the game if you really wanted to. So
what these it's probably going to be like you either get them now or you never get them. It's like the carbuncle,
Yeah,
the same thing. If you either
it depends on the content.
Yep.
Yeah,
or you just say, hey, it's extra and it's cool, but it's not necessary.
And then they dropped Sackboy as well.
Yeah, that one looked cool.
So with this one, you're getting the full game, the digital art book, the soundtrack, the 4 costumes, which is Connor, Jin. So Connor from Detroit, Become Human, Jin from Ghost of Tsushima. You've got Deacon from Days Gone, and then you've got Sam Porter Bridges from Death Stranding. You also get the 20 Sackboy avatars with it. Now the difference between this one and the physical one is the physical one in store is coming with Sackboy dressed up as the tiger, as a little plush.
Little plushie.
Yep.
Oh, I might do that physical.
Yep. So here it is. Here's the special edition.
Oh, I'm done. Getting that physical,
awesome,
baby.
That's pretty cute.
Special e-dish.
Especially to our physical copy getters.
It's a big plushie.
I wonder if they're going to sell that individually, though, too.
The way I looked at it, if I really want it, I'll just go on eBay and go buy it off eBay. Because, people are ripping them up. So,
probably.
Now, let's get to the big controversy. Because we were kind of talking about this a little bit before the podcast. So, SpiderMan Remastered. They announced, they came out and said there's a whole lot of stuff they did. They redid they did so much work on this. This truly is a remaster from Insomniac. So for me, everything that they put into this justifies the $20 that we're spending together.
Oh yeah.
So people back off with the price because they put in a lot. So So as you can see, I've got some other screenshots I'll pull up here. For side comparisons, but just look at the reflection in the glass of Spider-Man there.
The video of the side-by-side gameplay comparison is legitimately night and day. It really
whoever their window washer is too, by the way, that man is doing a great job.
Here is the big, the big difference is that they did go recast the role of Peter Parker for the facial modeling. They went with Ben Jordan to replace. I don't remember what his name was because we were just talking about that. John Bubniak was the original Peter Parker. So here is a screenshot of the new Peter Parker. And they're doing it because they needed a model, a facial model that is similar to Yuri, so that it meets the facial expressions and everything of Yuri with next gen. And the old Peter Parker models couldn't handle it, so they went with new.
Cool.
So a lot of people are looking at like side by side of PS4 and PS5, and they're like, well, PS4 looks better for the lighting. I'm like, you look like you're in shadows half the time. It's darker. So
I'm looking forward to replaying it.
So let's look at this one. Look at the detail in the suit now. I mean,
and this is one of the 3 suits
so
that's coming with the game. Is the
amazing suit?
Yeah, the first Andrew Garfield movie.
Mm-hmm. And we get all the DLC from the original, so that means we'll have the Sam Raimi suit.
Both Tom Holland's, or all of Tom Holland's, actually.
Tom Holland's isn't in the... Tom Holland's suits were already part of the Spider-Man universe.
They added the Night Monkey from 2.
Did they add the Night Monkey?
I think they added that.
I thought they already released that on the original one.
I thought that was already part of it.
I thought so too.
No, it was the home, the first movie.
Far From Home. Homecoming.
Homecoming, and the Homecoming, his first makeshift costume.
Oh, okay.
And then the one that was made specifically for the Marvel game.
Okay.
Some of those,
Hey, Jerry, how about we'll just settle it right now?
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I'll just fire it over here. And we'll go see when it was released. No, I mean, but... Because I could have swore, Jerry, that was part of the game, though. That black suit, because that's his stealth suit from the comics, too.
They might have had one kind of like it, but I think that we specifically got the Night Monkey one through DLC.
Yeah. However, that being said, the Andrew Garfield suit looks so freaking good when you look at that screenshot.
That one's not bad. I actually prefer the one when he went a little bit more classic in the second movie.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, it's still, I didn't realize, though, he had like built-in shoes with that, though, that were almost like track shoes. Yeah. So
to help settle it, the stealth suit was released in version 1.16 update for the game as a free suit for the same suit that was provided by S.H.I.E.L.D. So it is the stealth suit is the name.
Yeah.
For Marvel Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yep. So it
was a DLC.
Yep.
So, Jerry, I got to say this is the first time like really paying attention to Spider-Man in HDR. Holy crap. I can only imagine what this thing's going to look like with ray tracing in 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I mean, even the footage, like I even graded up my footage with the gameplay that they were doing for the remaster, and it looks great. Like everything just looks crystal clear, very, very detailed. It's awesome.
So, Jerry, the suit I'm thinking of that was already in the game was the Noir Suit.
Oh, yeah.
Which is no. So there's the Noir Suit, which is what.
Yeah, but not the one with the wings underneath it. Not that one.
Yeah, no. But then there's the Cell Suit that Jerry's talking about, which is Night Monkey.
Which is from Far From Home.
The reason I was thinking that it was already in the game was because it looks so similar to the Noir Suit.
Oh, okay,
I'm confused because it does say it's from the Far From Home one.
No. So, no, what I'm saying is the reason and I'm correcting myself, and I'm saying Jerry's right, which is... Yes, Jerry, you're hearing those words.
I get it.
You're right.
But it's not rare. We don't have to make that a thing. It's not a big thing. I have been right before. Jerks.
To Jerry's credit, yes.
Anyway, so what I was saying is because the Noir Suit in Spider-Man, it's on the top row. It's like the fourth suit. It looks very, very similar to the stealth suit from Far From Home. So that's why I thought it was already in the game. It's very, very subtle variations. So
okay. I mean, everything that I'm looking up right now says it's the one from Far From Home, but okay.
Oh no, it is. The stealth suit that he's talking about is the one from Far From Home. I'm just talking about the Noir suit that's also in the game that was part of the original suit collection. It's the one that it's basically based on the Nicolas Cage version from Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's what he got confused with, because in that one it has kind of like that motorcycle jacket. And
but I thought the debate was whether or not it was actually in the first Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man.
That's what I was confused about. What we determined. I thought it was not. He confused the Noir suit for that. That's why he thought it was.
Yeah.
But okay, I don't know. I think I'm assuming both are in there because it keeps saying that
both are in
Far
there.
From Home also are in there. But
sure, why not?
Let's move on.
Yeah, sure, why not?
We are very much moving on. So the other thing that we've got is we do have some screenshots of some of the others, the comparisons, the side-by-sides. So let me pull that up for us.
Yeah. I'm just looking forward to playing the game because, I missed that bandwagon from the get-go.
I'm excited to replay it again.
Second.
I need to jump onto it. Play a Spider-Man.
Yeah, especially the Miles Morales too. I mean, it's gonna be. So, are you gonna big question? So, are you gonna replay the remaster first and then play Miles Morales since it's technically after?
Me?
Or are you gonna play Miles Morales first and then?
I'm going remaster first.
Oh, okay. Dedicating the whole.
Yeah, you got a part 1, part 2, sir.
Yep.
Part 1, part 2.
Yep.
You can't go into the quote unquote sequel just right off the bat.
I agree. I kind of feel like I might do that too.
So
I'll be the way to go.
Let me pull up these side by sides here. Sorry, I had to switch over to my wired headsets. I've been having some problems with my AirPods lately with connectivity. It has been weird.
Since the update?
Yes.
Updates, man.
All right, so here we go. So here's the differences between the PS4 and the PS5. So we got PS5 on the left. So PS4 is on the right, PS5 is on the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
So look at the reflections in the car right here. You see some of the different outlines of the suit here. Look at the mirror shot though.
That's the thing. It's maybe the window washer just did his job that day and he was like, bro,
no, this was I think I remember something about this during the release of the game for the PS4. This was done purposely because they couldn't do the reflection.
And remember, Jerry, I ragged on this too.
But even still,
because of you didn't have the correct reflections and everything like that. So I'm anxious.
It was focused. It was literally focused of where you were as the character at that time, and that was what it was showing. It was literally showing you
they did cheat a little bit.
Oh, they cheated a lot.
Well, they have
reused assets.
Here's the foliage and stuff like that.
But I think I remember them saying they weren't able to. They couldn't do it. They
couldn't
because
still
it's thing.
Because remember,
Spider-Man
Jerry
is so close that it should at least get the reflection of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing, though, and this is something I pointed out, is that when you're on the glass, sometimes you're seeing reflections of skylines that are not behind you.
Oh,
so they were having to reuse those
big
assets.
thing that was noticed too.
Yep. So I'm excited for what this looks like to actually go really see, are those really the buildings that are right behind?
You're gonna go insane with the photo mode again too.
Yeah,
I called that for Ghost. I'm calling
mode.
that for this too. Now that this was all corrected, we're gonna see some good photos from you.
Go up to the top one again.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's you can see that the lights itself just.
But
has
that also
that
that makes sense though, because Times Square is so bright, you should be seeing like reflections from the cars, and it looks great. I love it.
Now some other screenshots came out of Gran Turismo this week.
That's in game.
That's in game.
Wow.
Damn.
I hate to say this, but I think
the real driving simulator.
Oh, they've always said that. I might be
Gran
getting.
Turismo.
I might be getting Gran Turismo.
Really?
Wow.
Dude, think about the photo mode that I do with Drive Club.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm gonna go nuts with this.
Yeah.
So keep this shot in mind. Look at this shot.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Damn. That's cool.
Look at the reflections in the floors. Look at the lighting, everything. I mean, like you even see the individual, bulbs up in the lighting.
Yeah.
You can see the wiring coming down to the overhead TV.
That's amazing detail.
You can almost see what's on that screen in the top there. Too. Yeah. There's even detail there.
Oh, I bet you in game you're able to see this.
The blur of the car in the background,
Car going high. Okay.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Dude. Wow.
Oh,
wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Gran Turismo.
Yeah. I mean, but Polyphony knows what they're doing, though. They've always made beautiful games.
Yeah, and plus Gran Turismo has always been such a staple throughout the years.
Yeah.
True.
It's like they only get better, but obviously a lot of people like the Gran Turismo where you can, because of the tuning, like what's like literal real world tuning.
Yep.
And now we're getting the graphics to go alongside it with it. Now if you go under the hood, you might be able to actually see like
the cams and everything.
The literal the literal bolts like screwed on individually. It might be just too uncanny for like the.
That's probably why they're going back to their old real life simulator, real driving simulator. Like, hey, we're we're coming back
because
back
sports done. I mean, I'd say sports done very well though. I mean, we weren't quite.
I haven't followed.
We weren't quite impressed with it,
but
it is done very well. It has a big
sport. Sport was when you and I tried at.
That was the one we did the sit down.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the car pods where we were.
That VR.
Where we got to see. We raced against Kadeem Hardison. From. And whatnot.
It was pretty impressive.
I remember the pod.
Graphically, it was beautiful, but I just felt that Drive Club was a better game from a handling perspective and everything.
That's probably why they've been on hiatus since that game. Like they were preparing for this.
Yeah, I think they just put sport out just as they needed to get something out to kind of weather everything to make sure there was, to Jason's point, a Gran Turismo.
Wants to just put it out there.
Every console, there's been
which is what they do too, because they've done that. Well, the
A-Spec,
A-Spec or whatever anthology.
So let's go from that very high to Newman is back.
No, I got reamed last time, and
you ready for this one, Jay?
I still have done. I still have done nothing for the website.
So, pucker up, Buttercup, because
here we go.
Hey, you know what? Take it on the chin.
Another great episode in the bag, guys. Good job. This is your Newman Minute for this week. I love the flow charting that comes about with the fridge and the speaker box and all that kind of stuff. I'm simple. I still just have an Xbox 360, so it's real easy to keep track of.
Oh, wow. Rocking the 360.
I will echo everybody's sentiments on the call that on the podcast that said, go out and vote. Vote with your heart. Vote with your mind. This message is Newman approved.
Yes.
And Jason, just remember, you asked for a call out, so you shouldn't be surprised that I hit it right on the head.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
Because everybody was saying I'm playing favorites. I'm not playing favorites. Matt is just the hardest working guy on Crashing Game Night, so there's not much I can say about him until he starts slacking off.
Yeah,
I don't know what Jerry does other than join the podcast and make insane comments. So I can't wait to see some articles from people other than that. Talk to you guys later. See you next time.
So
Keep it.
All right,
Hey,
all right.
Newman keeps 100 though. He keeps it real. He keeps it real.
He had a bonus message for us.
Oh, a bonus message.
Oh, cool.
And it's a super secret special Newman Minute. This is just an addition. As you guys are recording episode number 94, I will finish my treatments, and then I'm just waiting in a holding pattern to see if everything stays the same. So thanks for getting through it.
Awesome.
Nice. While I was sitting there with IVs, and we'll just keep on going forward, and I'll be crashing again soon. Later, guys.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Great to hear, Newman. That's awesome.
Good news.
Prayers are always still with you, Newman. You know, like.
And that's comments like that is what makes this all worth it, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Did we start this whole thing with ulterior motives? E3, yes.
Yeah.
But it's grown into more than that. When I see, people saying, comment on Twitter how we make them laugh, we get them through their day. To Newman, we got him through chemo.
No.
Chemo is
trust. It is not a.
Yeah, it is not fun. Because I had, I knew someone that was going through chemo, and they were. You need to have something to go through those treatments.
Just alone, because like I've been through it too, and just alone of them like eating is hard. Is like the hardest thing, and obviously we always just take it for granted. Oh yeah, you can just like grab something and eat real quick, but they might be able to take one bite and then literally throw up because just the chemo is just saying no, and finding that like right groove, and especially like Newman going through all of it and finalizing his treatments, like props to you, man. Like I've seen it, and it is something that definitely we as Crash and Game Night like are ecstatic that it's happening.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So, Jason, since you're the champ,
since I'm the what?
You heard me. Ain't repeating it. You've had to say it twice. What you been playing?
After that weekend, dude, I literally just did nothing.
Dude, that was an exhausting weekend for you, though.
Like, it was exhausting. I'm not gonna throw it out. Like, now that it's in the past, like, I literally got like maybe 4 hours of sleep that whole weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
damn, dude. Yeah.
But no, that aside, I still had a great time, guys. Like next time I gotta go out to either Colorado or to Virginia, like hit you guys up.
Depends though. We may not be in Virginia after
that's
April.
True. That's
we may
true.
be joining Jerry in Phoenix.
That's true. Let's. But even still, I'll join you guys out there. But right now, I've actually not been playing anything. Like I've been. Like I just do dailies on Final Fantasy right now. A lot of my group is waiting for the new update that's going to be coming out in December for the new content.
Nice.
That's if it doesn't get delayed again.
I don't mind if it gets delayed or not. I think they are kind of standing by with that December update because they pushed back the most recent 5.3 update for a few months. So they probably had it already kind of ready to go. But because of the COVID, they just wanted to make sure it was like within time, But the thing that always happens with content, obviously, is that if there's not enough, people unsubscribe and just wait to resubscribe when there is new content. So right now there's a lull in the Final Fantasy world, but it's okay, just waiting it out. Not really playing anything, catching up on sleep.
Which is understandable.
But just
giving your
enjoying and basking in the belt right here. Look at that glorious.
Yeah, what you been playing?
I'd laugh if you really managed to find the physical version of that so we can buy it.
Oh man, that would
honestly, dude. I think I know a place where we can get it made.
That'd be pretty awesome. I'd have to say.
I'm kind of down.
What I've been playing, I've actually been dabbling in a lot of things this week, just kind of getting back into things. Some Ori and the Blind Forest, some Arkham Asylum on PC.
Ooh, Ori.
Blind Forest
Ori.
is the first one. Blind Forest is the first one.
Oh, that's right. Will-O-Wisp is the
Wisp
second
of
one,
the Wind. Yeah, Will-O-Wisp.
which that is on Switch now too.
Yeah, and I'm playing Arkham Asylum on PC. Playing
nice.
Batman Telltales on PC. I've been playing some Destiny 2 on PC. Matt got me on some fall season Animal Crossing today. Gotta get that Jack Lantern Scarecrow, which is freaking awesome. I love that.
That was in my shop.
Yeah, I was in my shop too.
Yep.
And I need to plant me some pumpkins because I have a recipe for spooky fence now, so I want that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Did you have Leaf show up today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I bought like 70 pumpkin stars.
Good, because they're double the price up in the store.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
They're they're $240 or $280 up in the store.
Ooh, insider knowledge. Hey,
Look at
Yeah,
that.
Animal Crossing insider knowledge going on right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get your tips and tricks.
Because I already got my little pumpkin patches built.
Yes, he showed
That's
it to
awesome.
me. It's pretty awesome. I like the way you set it up.
Yeah.
So-
Hey, where's it
Okay,
being located? 'Cause
so you know
had
those
your-
little pools with the
Yeah.
4 bamboo trees that were right
yeah,
behind
your
my
little
house?
bamboo forest.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
No, so not the bamboo forest. That was like that big area in the middle with the waterfalls. In front of it were 2 smaller parks that had a little tiny like pond in the middle, and
Okay.
then bamboo
Little
on
Zen
each of the
garden?
corners. So
Mhm.
I took out the bamboo, filled in the lakes, and then made those pumpkin patches that each have a scarecrow in them and a iron bench. And then I built the fencing that is the stone and iron together, so it looks kind of like that spooky kind of like Dracula's fencing
Oh,
around,
okay, cool.
Okay.
around the pumpkin patch. So
Nice.
that's going to be like my seasonal
Very
area.
festive.
It is
Very
because
festive.
when
I like that.
because when Christmas shows up and they start doing all the Christmas
just
lights,
swap
and
it out.
stuff, I'm going to swap it out.
Nice. So it's going to be a
Nice.
little
Oh,
like
so
Gonna be
you're
like my
little
rotating
project
look,
zone.
look at that! Look at you adulting it up. You got
Yeah, hey.
you're ready for seasons.
But I showed you my island.
Yeah,
I did a
and
lot of
that's
work.
why
That's
I like.
true.
I like.
It
I like
was
little
very put
cafes,
together,
Like,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
little cafe, like little.
Little cafes and everything.
Yeah.
So
What is it? The
Like the
Shape
little
Nice Zone?
theater. Yeah.
yeah. But I also
That was
got in
cool.
some more Invector.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, nice.
I have all the bass songs done on easy, so now I'm moving on to medium and whatnot, so I can finish those off. More Ghost of Tsushima. I'm just now going around filling in the bottom island. I'm pretty done with everything. The side questing is down on the bottom, with the exception of I got to
cool.
find the musicians for the last 3 pieces, the armor and the 2 sword dance things.
Oh,
And then I fired up Mario 35 today, which dropped, which was that Battle Royale game that they were releasing for the 35th anniversary, similar to Tetris 99. So you're playing, it's the ones where you're playing the original Mario levels, like Mario 1.
Yeah.
Every time you defeat an enemy, it can get launched to another person's screen.
Interesting.
oh, gnarly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's fun, but it's kind of easy if you get a hold of a fire flower, because then you can just nuke all the enemies that are dropping on your screen, and then it sends them
hard.
everywhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I already got second on one, and then the one I played right before we played, I got fourth.
Nice.
Only reason I lost is because I got stupid and missed the jump and fell to the bottom of a ravine. I mean, we all know those jumps in Mario.
Classic.
Yeah, and then a little bit of Smash.
Nice.
Wait.
Nice. Jerry, what you been up to?
Jerry, what do you got?
Since
What have I been playing?
the belt moved over here.
What have I been playing
Back
other
here.
than wrapping my wounds from that massive Monopoly beating? Let's see. Oh, I took the new Mario All Stars out for a spin on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And and one other thing, dude. I gotta thank you for the Switch fix, the fixture, dude. That thing is awesome.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's so much more comfortable playing that way.
Oh yeah, it's a game changer. I actually really enjoy using it right now. So yeah, I've been doing that, the All-Star game a little bit. I started with Galaxy because that was the one game I I think I was only able to play once because I was borrowing the game, so I really wanted to play it. And then because of you guys, Final Fantasy VII is out.
Wait,
Hold on.
Did
Did you beat Hell House?
It's because
No.
Austin.
It is officially
John.
back on the table. It is ahead of the line. It is literally going to be the game I play after Ghost.
It is only because Austin and John gave you crap when we were watching Saturday.
So much.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I felt embarrassed, and yes, I felt some shame. I am going to beat it. So it is officially out. After Ghost, Final Fantasy VII.
Jerry, you can hit me up anytime, bro, and you can just let me know if you need that like little cheat, you know.
I will.
At this point in time,
I'm going to call you for advice at least.
Okay.
So he's gonna call you up and say, "Jay, just come over and beat him."
Yeah, just come over. Can you beat
I'm not
him,
gonna
please?
I'm not 14 anymore. I can beat bosses by myself.
Here's just a login for my account. Just put it on yours.
Can you just beat this for me, please?
Do you remember those days, dude? I totally remember. Like, hey, bro, can you come over really quick and just beat this for me? It's really annoying me, and I can't beat it.
And then that's when I show up on my NES Max and beat it in one shot.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
God,
No problem. All right, there you go.
Okay.
Finish the game.
So yeah, All Stars, Ghost of Tsushima, and then of course
nice.
COD. But yeah, Final Fantasy is in the front of the line. I'm going to finish it. I said I was going to. This was just a very good motivator this past weekend. So
yeah,
I'm going to start playing again.
So to our listeners, I want to say thank you for listening to us over these last 2 years. This week was International Podcast Day. It was yesterday, so some fans tweeted us out, gave us some recognition, so it's very, very much appreciated. To any of those that has listened, you know, you've given us a listen once. Hey, that's more than you know we could ever ask for. So thank you very much. And along those lines, if you just took a listen to us yesterday for the very first time, even you know this episode too, if you like what you heard, make sure to subscribe. Whatever podcast platform you're on, because we are on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, Anchor, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Amazon.
You have these written down so you know these, or you just memorize?
I love it,
dude. I'm the one who sets it all up.
I know, but I'm just curious.
We're on every one, guys.
Yeah, I mean, we are on. I said Stitcher and Spotify, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Plus, there's some small ones like Pocket Cast. Anchor got us on, so we are on every major platform right now. There's still one more that will eventually be coming to. We're under NDA for that one, so once that all goes live, we'll be able to say that one. But yeah, it's been a lot of work, and then we've got YouTube as well. So subscribe.
We can see our shenanigans.
Yeah, you can see the shenanigans and see Jason's
the belt of all glory.
Really good belt. I have a few minor alterations that I think will make it like that much more awesome.
You mean like it wrapped around your waist instead? Is that the alteration?
Well, obviously you need a waist to like see where the alterations should be. So I mean, naturally.
Oh,
I mean, I'll wear it if you need me to. No problem.
I would
go model
it.
Yeah, I'll model it.
I'd be okay with our logo being in the middle instead of
true.
I kind of like that too. Yeah.
But that being said, though, I mean, absolutely subscribe. You know, and also too is we do have the podcast feed going out to crashinggamenight.com, so you can listen to the podcast there. Read the articles that Jason doesn't do.
That I need to get back onto, sir. Sleep is a good thing.
Yes, it is. And tonight
I realized that over the weekend. Sleep is a good thing.
Yep.
So,
but no, it's very humbling that people actually listen to us and listen to our shenanigans and actually like us and support us.
Enjoy it, yeah.
And get that word out there. So thank you very, very much. So, you know, MySpill guys, you know, we've got now 5 weeks to the election, if that. So make sure you register to vote, get out and vote. Like Newman said, vote with your heart, vote with your mind, but get out and vote, because there was 100 million people that did not vote here in the U.S. 4 years ago. Get out and vote, because this election, whether you look, whichever side you're on, it is a monumental election this year.
Yeah.
So get out and vote. And as you're getting out and voting, as well as you're out, dealing with people with COVID, as some states are getting ready to possibly, lock down again because they're seeing spikes in cases again. I want to just please just be excellent to each other and stay frosty during these times.
What is up, everybody?
God.
It's time to announce the plan. This plan is to wear masks, gloves, carry the hand sanitizer. Please, this is your safety warning. What's up, guys? Hey, how's it going, nerds?
Oh my God.
I would honestly
like
say
that?
I would honestly say if that was a PSA, like that's one of the better PSAs. Like if that
Thank
was
you.
like just blasted on the
I can do-
TV and everything, that would totally get my
I can
attention.
kind of do the voice like in a world. I can kind of do it. But no, guys, yeah, let's be safe. Keep practicing social distancing, wearing masks, stuff like that. Come on, this is COVID life right now. 2020 is officially COVID life.
Oh.
And it's going down in the history books. So we know we know what we need to do to be safe and to do what's right for everyone around us. And once again, guys, Black Lives Matter. Show your support whatever way you can,
Safely.
and safely and respectfully. So yeah, always the fight is always out there. Just show your support, and we'll keep it alive, and we'll get there.
Yeah, and definitely a special shout out to all you guys out there. Thank you again for listening, putting up with our shenanigans. Just it's humbling, but it's also fun at the same time, because we get to just hang out with each other, hang out with you guys, enjoy the company, enjoy all the gaming news. As always, please social distance, take care of yourselves. Definitely, again, shout outs to all the victims out there that are in the fires and the hurricanes, to the protesters out there as well. You guys are fighting a fight on the front lines. Be safe, be socially aware, be social distant.
Yeah.
You can congregate, but just be safe. Like at this day and age now, after all the protests, after all the rioting, etc., there is a crackdown a little bit on it.
Be aware.
So
Watch your
just be
surroundings.
aware. Be safe out there, more
Yeah.
so, because there are people that are not going to be as safe as you. So just be kind to each other, be kind, rewind, and stay safe. Just stay safe. 2020 has been a terrible year for a lot of us,
Yep.
and with natural disasters, we don't need to add human disasters.
Yeah.
And with that, my boy, my homie.
Well said, guys. Thanks for joining us. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Not everybody.